Welcome to our video series Quick Marketing and Business Tips, where we are giving you actionable advice, tips and recommendations to grow your business today. This is episode number 2, so let's dive right in. One of the most basic principles in marketing a business is to get customers' attention. And although sometimes we get customers' attention, we may forget another basic principle and we lose the customer, probably forever. But let's take a look at this from the eyes of the customer. Let me share a story with you. I was walking with my wife downtown and we were looking for a place to eat. At some point I came across a restaurant where we had dinner once, and it was a decent place as far as I remembered. She agreed and we headed towards the restaurant. It seemed crowded and I could spot only one free table on the outside, on the pavement. A man came. I remembered him. He was the owner. He said, "We have only one free table on the floor. Let me show you." I said, "Can we take this one outside?" He said, "This one is much better. Let me walk you." And he had a waiter walking us upstairs. There on the floor, the atmosphere was somehow negative. Almost no lighting. Very little space. Only 2 tables, a couple eating their lunch. Not the best conditions to enjoy a dinner, at least for me and my wife. We said, "No thanks, we'll go downstairs." Then the owner said we can take the table outside. But when we sat down, I realized that this spot was not better either. There was a problem. The table was next to some garbage bins. These huge dirt bins you don't even want to come close. Obviously this was not a spot to place a table for a restaurant. We looked at each other and we agreed to sit down, not to be rude. We chose the chairs on the inside of the pavement to stay as far as we can from the bins. Man, it was stinky. For the next 10 minutes, no one showed up. No waiter, no owner, no new customer. It was as if time was frozen. I could see waiters come and go on the inside, the owner doing things and wandering around, but that was it. No one came to lay a cloth on the table or take our order. Complete ignorance. We looked at each other one more time and we decided to leave the place. Once and for all. That happened 4 or 5 years ago. We never returned to this place. And whenever we come across it, we always laugh and discuss it. Remember the day? Of course I do. We can learn a lot from this experience. Number 1. If you run a restaurant, don't place tables next to garbage bins. It's common sense, not rocket science. Number 2. Do not configure extra space for just 2 tables and do not decorate it like a prison. Number 3. Pay attention to your customers and their needs. Do not ignore them. They won't come back. They won't bring their friends. They might discuss your brand negatively with their network. Number 4. If you don't have any space left for new customers to get more business, it's way better to let them know or to help them find a place to eat, even a competing restaurant. And this last tip is the subject of our next video. Thanks for watching, and if you want to learn more about marketing a business, check out our private training workshops.